back to Natalie. She comes out, we see her throw the mic, and she really rushes in on DTB, yo, and she gets her in that corner.
It's so crazy because when you see the slow-mo, she really looked like Superman jumping over that couch.
She did.
I never seen Natalie jump so high, stretch so much. That punch was straight.
No, yeah. No, it... Why did you pose like that? That's how she looked.
This the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, rock, ta, ta.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. I'm your host, Tiana Locke, and this is
Jessie Strange.
And we are back at it again, of course, with another Baddies Africa reunion recap. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
If you guys don't know who we are the Petty Headquarters. We mostly cover baddies and pop culture topics, internet culture, trending topics, things like that, reality TV. So that is who we are. We get into the mess.
Yes, ma'am. And if you guys are new, welcome to the Petty Posse, the Crash Out community. What's up? And if you guys are returning, thank you for returning. We truly appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for your constant support. You know, and before we get started, actually, I did want to talk about, so I know Tiana has her own brand Baddie playbook. You guys probably seen it before, the little advertisement. But I figured we would do a giveaway. So I have 2 free brand Baddie playbooks that we give out. We will give out to you guys. So if you guys want to participate, the requirements are this only. Follow us on all 3 social media platforms on Instagram. That's randommania1 for Tiana, Jessie Strange, Jessie.Strange for me, and the Petty Headquarters on Instagram. Send us a DM, send us a message. Let us know that you followed all 3. That will qualify you to participate. And I just want to explain what it is real quick. If you are a small creator, man or woman, it doesn't matter. If you are...
Because it's the brand Baddie.
Yeah. If you have a small business, anything you guys are looking to further, your reach on Instagram and on social media in general, you want to take over and tell them what it's about?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I was just like letting you take the floor.
Yeah.
But guys, if this is something that you are interested in, again, if you are a small content creator or if you're just looking to grow on social media, like she said, this is going to cover real life social media tips as well as content strategy, because a lot of people just don't know how to have a brand, stay consistent with their brand, and develop that brand. So basically, the Baddie brand playbook is not only helping you with brand identity, but content strategy, as well as finding your audience, because a lot of people think that, oh my God, you're my friend, you should support me. But that's not the case. All right. So I go over that as well. And I did share a few tips about that on my social media as well. If you guys are following me, you would have seen it. But I also incorporate AI and how to use AI as a tool to help you scale and, grow and create faster, because a lot of people are using AI for dumb shit. All right. They're not using it to actually help them enhance what they already have, like I said in a post earlier today. But yes, that is the brand Baddie playbook.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Well, thank you for sharing that. So if you guys are interested in signing up for the giveaway, just like I said, follow us on all 3 Instagrams. Let us know through DMs that you did that. We'll check. We'll put you in the raffle, and then we'll be announcing the winners very soon. Thank you, guys. And now
we have to get into this week's dose of mess, y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
Let us get into it, man. So, Baddies Africa reunion part 3.
Finally, bitch.
Finally
done with this damn fucking
season. Right. So, of course, we picking it back up where Natalie comes out.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I just want to say, if you guys paid attention to that song that played in the beginning, that intro song was fire.
I know, you was geeking over that
I
shit.
was twerking the whole time. I was like, hey. I was like, what is shit? Hold up, I gotta play it.
What I look like, what I shook like, what I cook like, what I push like, what I look like, what I cook like, what I shook like.
Okay, you told me it wasn't fire. Like, who is that? Because that shit was mad fire. Like, what the fuck?
Well, yo, I'm done.
Oh,
Yeah.
back to Natalie. She comes out. We see her throw the mic and she really rushes in on DTB, yo. And she gets her in that corner.
It's so crazy because when you see the slow-mo, she really looked like Superman jumping over that couch.
She did.
I
She did.
never seen Natalie jump so high, stretch so much. That punch was straight.
No, yeah. No, it. Why did you pose like that?
That's how she looked. You didn't see it? No, look. You telling me? You don't see that?
Yeah, I see it.
No!
She got her. She got her.
Her arm was straight.
Face shot.
It's crazy because as she's doing this, right? I don't know. DTB really, it seemed like she wasn't prepared or like she was too busy being shocked, like in shock that she really didn't react because Natalie took a second, threw the mic first, and then took a second and then bum rushed her. Like,
Yeah,
it wasn't
literally.
right, right away.
Yeah.
And like, DTB didn't fight back. Like it seemed like she was really caught. Like she couldn't believe it.
But that's what I'm saying. That's genuinely how she looked. She looked very caught
Confused.
off guard, very confused, very like, oh wow, you're actually talking shit now. You're actually doing something. Like, because for the most part, she was always just talking and not really doing anything.
I think and also DTB went online and had said on a live that the production had told her to leave Natalie alone. So I guess that also adds to the confusion because she probably was like, okay, she's just doing this for like theatrics like she always does.
Mm-hmm.
But then like you could tell her genuine like shock.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because as this happens, Tavy gets up.
Yeah, she gets involved. She jumps in.
Bro, she holds DTB.
She does. She does. She does.
What are your thoughts on that? What the fuck, Tavy?
I was just like, oh, I guess Tavy's securing her bag. That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving.
Yeah, that's what it's giving.
It's
But
giving
damn, Tavy.
Tavy had to make up for the sloppy mess that she did on the season.
That's what it feels like.
That's what it was. Because you know for a fact Tavy wasn't trying to be on that type of time, but she was like, you know what? I fucked up. You know, she was saying sending all those videos about how she felt so bad, how she didn't have Natalie's back. So this was her way of making up for that, I'm pretty sure.
It was so funny because Janisha's face had me cracking the
Janisha
fuck
was
up.
like, what the fuck?
She was laughing.
Yeah,
she couldn't
was
believe
just-
it.
Yeah, like everyone was in shock. Everyone was in shock. Saucy,
Mm-hmm.
Santana, everyone was in shock. And I was like, damn. Janisha even made a comment talking about she dropped the mic and she left.
Yeah.
She dropped the mic and she left. And I'm like, no, I mean, as she should.
And you hear Saucy like, let's go.
Yo.
He was so high.
He was so high. He
I
was like yelling at
cannot.
DTB, like, I told you to get up. You should have got her and all this shit. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Nat is feeling herself. She's talking her shit.
She leaves. She leaves the set and she walks away and she's talking her shit. The crowd at this point is chanting, "Bring Natalie back! Bring Natalie
Yeah.
back!" And she's not coming back.
And you see the production cleaning DTV's eyes.
And
She looked nodded.
up.
Fucked up, yo. I'm like, damn, you could tell she feeling pain too. So I'm like, damn, she got
And Natalie
her.
had that big ass ring on her finger. That big rock. That was a big fucking rock, bitch, on her finger. I was like, oh my God.
That's fucked up. But you know,
Apparently
dirty.
that ring fractured DTV's nose.
I mean, any ring would. Like,
That's
you saw the way
exactly.
she bum rushed her.
She bum rushed her. So like a ring that hard coming at full force. Oh my God.
And then she, like you said, she leaves. She's walking backstage, and then Janisha's like, yeah, she's gone.
Yeah.
And it was so funny to see Saucy do his little Flintstone run to the back, like trying to chase Natalie because he
he
can't walk in them heels.
Yo, he really was running like that the whole
the
fucking night.
whole night he did little Flintstone steps.
He really was running like that the whole night. So at this point, DTB is running after Natalie.
Yeah.
She like runs to the back, security stopping her. She can't really get to Natalie. But what confused me was that all the other girls started running too. I was like, why are y'all running? Like, what were they running for?
it's just chaos.
Like, what was going on while y'all were all running unless something was edited out? Like, I don't know if maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, and back on set, the crowd is singing, Bring Natalie out.
Yes,
bring
that's
Natalie
what they said.
out.
Bring Natalie out.
Yeah, Saucy. And Saucy's like fucking, he's eating it up.
Yeah, he is.
Chasing her.
He's
Yo, this shit is crazy. And he said, he kept like you said, he came out, was telling DTB, I told you.
He was.
I told you. And
He was.
DTB's like in shock, like, she didn't know. I didn't know that she was actually gonna
Yeah.
do something. And
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Janisha got me cracking up, talking about, what do you mean you didn't know? She was like serious. What do you mean?
She really was. She came out in that outfit.
Yeah.
That is when DTB should have known.
100%.
When Natalie come out looking rough like that and looking, you know, not dolled up. Yeah, no, she's serious.
Yep.
Because the other time she looking pretty, sitting down.
Not this time.
No.
Not this
She
time.
came with the hat.
the leggings and the sneakers.
That should have told you the type of time that she was on. Like, she was really gonna fight for real. Like, you thought
100%.
this was for show. The fit was for show. Like, no.
Right. And as DTB's back there, you could tell she's so confused. She just, like, you could see it on her fucking face. It's like, damn, I feel bad. She's like looking for Natalie, but she don't even know where she looking. Like, she
Yeah.
don't even know.
Yeah. And DTB even says that she was shocked that Natalie even fought her.
Yeah. It's
crazy.
And it's so funny because as this chaos is happening, there is this one clip of, like, it's very quick, but fucking Tommy in the background just laughing. She is here, I have a picture. Look at that
She
video.
always
She's
doing that.
dying.
I didn't see what the cup in her hand is
She
crazy.
was cracking up the
That
whole
is
time.
crazy.
She thought it was funny.
That is crazy. She be laughing at everything though.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
I have an opinion. You have an opinion.
Yeah.
Do you think it was whack as fuck for Natalie to walk out like that? Like, what? Like, talk to me. I need to know because, in my opinion, that's kind of corny that she did that. I ain't gonna lie.
Honestly, I don't think it's corny because first of all, look how many times DTV has snuck Natalie. And Natalie never did anything about it. She snuck her like 3 times on the show, at the reunion. Where else did she sneak her? Twice on the show? It was twice on the show. Yes, twice on the show and then at the reunion. Like, Natalie never got her revenge. Now, she gets her lick back. Why does she owe you a fair round? You didn't give her a fair round.
But Natalie never gives a fair round. Like, I feel like DTP sneaks, but she'll dead ass fight you fair round after. I feel like the way Natalie got back at DTB for sneaking her was bringing her to like the basement, giving her this luxury shit. And who did she bring in to fight her?
Choco Brown.
Choco. Exactly. Like, Natalie never really gets in a fair one herself. So it's like kind of corny. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, you did eat. And I ain't gonna lie. Like, I definitely lived for Natalie trolling the shit out of DTB. I love DTB, but like, it was kind of deserving. And it was funny to see Natalie in that light. However, it would have been more powerful if she would have just fucking fought another round.
You see what you just said? You said it was deserving. So with that being said, Natalie does not owe her a fucking fair round. The same way DTB has time and time again not given Natalie a fair round. So why the fuck does Natalie owe a fair round to a bitch that's always sneaking?
I'm not saying she really owes her, but I think it's just, again, telling of her character and kind of corny. Like, that's all. Like, I feel like it was just a flex of Natalie's power because even when DTB tried to go run after her, you could tell the fortress of fucking security guards that were fucking blocking her, that she couldn't even get to her. And even when there was a moment where DTB pretends to rush her, like when she tries, Natalie did not move, which for the first time, because like most of the times Natalie will flinch or move as if she's really coming. Natalie did not move, which tells me she had a very, very secure deal with Zeus Network that she was not going to get touched by DTB. And I feel like that's the only reason why she was moving like that. Because she knew that was the deal, that she wasn't going to get touched by DTB. And I feel like if she didn't have that security, would she really be talking and acting like that?
That's weird because I feel like she's always talking shit. So maybe not. I don't know. Would she be talking like that? I don't know.
I don't know. I think she corny.
Okay. Well, I mean, to each their own. I'm pretty sure majority of people will agree with you. That's to be expected. But, you know, I really don't think that given everything that DTB did to embarrass Natalie on her own show, I don't think she owes her a fair round at all.
Okay.
But that's just me. So now, of course, Natalie does come back out to eventually have dialogue, have conversation. And this is where we get into the situation between her and Rolly.
Oh my God. But before they get into Rolly, there was a moment where they shine, like, I guess they show Anna. And she has
that fucking ice pack.
Yes. And
yeah, the heavy week.
Somebody from the Petty Posse had clarified. I know we were confused last episode why Rolly and Anna were walking to the back and it felt like unnecessary.
Yes.
Turns out that it was that knot that Anna was trying to hide, and that's why she walked to the back. And then that's what the ice pack reminded me. I'm like, oh shit, the Petty Posse was correct. They knew. I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah.
What, Summer gave her that knot?
Yeah.
Yo, I can't. These shows be too much, yo.
Yeah.
Now we get into the whole Rolly and Natalie situation where I was getting very confused on what the real beef is. Long story short, do you want to disclose the beef? Give a rundown of the beef, and then I'm gonna just say my opinions on it because, bitch, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, what they were talking about.
Yes. I got you.
Period.
So Natalie was talking to Rolly. First of all, let's talk about how Rolly was like, Natalie, you want to square up or what? Basically calling her out. And then Natalie's like, oh, we could talk about it on Baddies USA.
Yes.
We could talk, basically dodging Rolly's fight. Which is
Rolly
interesting.
also said that she was trolling and had no intention of fighting her anyway.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, she said she didn't plan on fighting her or taking her spot or being the new baddie CEO. She don't want that shit. She was just trolling.
Well, she said that Natalie's like, no, we're going to settle this on Baddies USA. Okay. Then they talk about how, you know, when everything had happened, when DTB had like snuck her, that there was just some bullshit where Natalie had invited Rolly upstairs, but then was talking shit and I don't know. All I know is that
You don't even explain it. I thought you knew.
Because it was that when DTB had snuck her, it was
just something with Amber talking to Tommy about all this stuff, like all these other things where I'm like, okay, I'm so confused at what's going on now.
Yeah, it was basically a lot of he said, she said bullshit.
Right,
it was basically saying like Amber had, you know, they thought that somebody, whatever. Honestly, it was so unimportant because it was, again, a lot of he said, she said bullshit because Tommy's like, I don't talk to Amber. I don't know what this is. I don't know, whatever. It's unimportant. You know why? It's not the point. The point is, Rolly kept saying, oh, you know, I had Natalie's back. You know, I know she doesn't have the girl she normally hangs out with.
Yeah, like Jayla.
Yeah, you know, and then she talks about how Natalie always hung out with all the other girls, never invited Rolly, which is weird because it almost felt like she was like whining about it. Like,
yeah.
You know, and it was just like, well, aren't you guys not friends? And you've been made it known like that you don't really fuck with Natalie and her fake ass shit anyways.
Yeah, it's so weird because to me, it just started, I didn't know where this was coming from because like you said, going back to it being whiny, it really just felt like Rolly was hurt that Natalie wasn't giving her attention or something.
Yeah.
Or that she's no longer Natalie's like quote unquote bestie, which is so weird because she even made a comment about how, oh, you gave Lex this wig and then you didn't give me the wig.
Or the wig that she got had a bald spot on it.
Yes, that's what it was. She said you gave Lex such a nice wig and then the wig I got had a bald spot. And I'm like, bro, y'all really what is this about? I know it's not about a damn wig. Like, what I never thought that Rolly would be speaking like this towards Natalie because I thought that you guys understood the assignment.
That's what I'm saying. Rolly's never been one to really, she made it seem like she understood what it was, that her and Natalie aren't that close, and she never really quote unquote cared.
Right.
But now all of a sudden it feels like you're whining about the fact that like Natalie, you know, I don't know what the fuck it was, but it just feels weird to me because it's like, what do you, like, I don't understand how many seasons are you in? And don't you realize that Natalie's none of y'all bitches friends? Like, I don't understand what this fucking whiny shit is. And then it's like, it's a little like,
I don't understand it either.
it's a little weird because it's like, I don't know. Like, you never really fuck with Natalie. Now you want her approval?
It's weird because that's what this whole thing between them felt like. It felt like she wanted the approval. And I'm like, oh, this is where I feel like we see a glimpse of the real Rolly. Because for the most part, Rolly is so used to exuding this villainous role that she portrays in the show. But I feel like this was a glimpse into who she really is, because she was really wanting validation and approval from Natalie, which is weird because I thought, again, like, you understood the assignment. You knew where you stood, but I guess you do want to be one of Natalie's besties.
I don't know, but I'm sick of fucking Rolly playing all these games, because one day she says she's tired of Baddies. The next day she's on Baddies. One day she's saying I'm exposing everybody. The next day she exposes everybody, but then wants approval from Natalie. It's fucking weird, man.
But then Rolly talks about how she had nothing to do with the fallout of her and Natalie's stylist. Like, I'm like, what is this conversation? And, clearly these things happened outside of Baddies, right? So now I'm like, I don't understand the context, because I don't follow up that much with shit happening outside like that. So I just kind of wish there was more context. There was receipts. There was, like, I don't know, more stuff to show for what Rolly was talking about, because I was confused about that. Not gonna lie. And Natalie at this point says that, she's kind of tired of the baddies letting outsiders get in their head, because she feels like this is what is going on. This right here is an example of that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, apparently Amber was being messy with Tommy because they share the same guy.
Yeah.
And then Saucy like, who that nigga? Who that nigga?
That's the real tea. Yup.
That shit had me weak. Oh my God. But this is where Rolly trolls and said that she never wanted Natalie's job, And she even throws her under the bus, saying that whole time they were filming, Natalie was out shopping, eating, and all that stuff. And I'm just like, why? What's the problem with that? What's the problem with that?
I don't think it's a problem. And she makes it clear that it's not really a problem, but it's the fact that, she's letting it be known. Like, yo, I basically stepped up and shit. Like, you know?
Did, and that's great. But, like, I'm sorry. If I spent years of my life building a fucking empire and I want to go out and shop and fucking eat on a platform that I fucking built, that I pitched, I'm gonna do that shit. You're not gonna fucking tell me, oh, you need to be here with I'm here all the fucking time. And what about it? The one time I want to chill because I'm getting older and I'm tired of y'all, I'm allowed to do that. What is the problem?
It's funny because Nat actually says that she's going to take accountability on, like, the things and certain things, which I thought, even her saying that, I was like, okay, that's the word accountability even coming out of her mouth is funny.
It felt, but you know what? When she said it, it sounded real though. It sounded real. It didn't sound like she was trying to be funny.
No, like it just sounded funny, meaning because it's like not normal for her to say.
It's not. She don't
the word
say that.
Accountability is.
She never says that.
I just go back to when she was talking to Scotty that one time, and I think in East where they sat down and she was just gaslighting the shit out of Scotty. That's what I keep thinking about. So for her to say that, she's taking accountability, but it made me laugh because she's like, Rolly, I wasn't talking shit about you. Everything I said was not that bad. That shit made me laugh because it's like, bitch. See, what do you mean that bad?
This is where receipts would have been great, because I need to know what that bad looks like.
What do you mean that bad? That means something was bad, but it just wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I need to know what that looks like, because Natalie's saying something not that bad. I don't know. We need to do a fact check. We need to run it back, because I don't know.
I know. Who's judging the moral aspect of that bad?
Right, exactly.
But it's so weird because kind of like chiming a little bit before this, when Natalie comes out, she starts screaming, "Big three! Big three!" Do you know why the fuck she said that? Because it almost felt like she wanted the big three to fight for her, but they was just sitting pretty. They wasn't doing nothing. I don't understand why the fuck she shouted that. It was so random.
I don't know. It was given Avengers Assemble. I don't know what the fuck.
And they didn't assemble.
And they didn't. So I don't know what that was. But yeah.
Hey guys, just a quick interruption. We totally forgot to mention this in the beginning of the podcast, but if you guys are in New York area, New Jersey, on November 16th, we're hosting, we'll be part of a show, and we're going to be kind of like doing a live podcast, in Brooklyn. So if you guys are free, it's a Sunday. We're going to drop all the information in the comments or in our social media. So definitely keep posted and stay on top of that. Put your notifications on. But we wanted to let you guys know, save the date. Because we outside Brooklyn, November 16th.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in coming to watch us and interact with us, but also watch us do a whole live show, definitely pop out. It's going to be an engaging live show. So you guys don't want to miss that.
And now
back to the show. Yeah. All right. So, obviously as this whole thing is going on, this weird heart-to-heart, heartfelt conversation of Natalie taking accountability and Rolly talking, at some point, you see something get thrown at Natalie's direction.
Yeah.
Right? And I thought it was DTB's shoe. Could have been her shoe. Could have been whatever. But she throws something and she misses. So, of course, now at this point, Natalie's like, you missed. And she's trolling the shit out of her.
Natalie is like, ha,
Trolling
you wish you got aim better than that when I aim and I throw shit. I hit people. Yo, she's going hard.
Bro, she's going hard.
I'm fucking cracking up.
Yes. I was cracking up too. I lived for it. It was so bad. I was like, yo, this shit is mad funny.
Yo, it was wild because then DTV finally gets let out of the fortress of security guards.
The fortress.
And she's like, I want a fair one. I want a fair one. And Natalie's like, no, I don't think so. I don't want to.
Bro, what is it? She did. She was like, it's Natalie with the body now.
Yeah, oh, yeah. She was
Natalie with the body now.
Yeah, she was like, you getting fat. You getting fat.
Yes.
We're not in the same weight class.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I was like,
Violent.
Oh my God.
Violent.
I was like, Natalie, what? You did lose a little weight, but calm down.
I know. I was like, what?
Jesus.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. It was so obnoxious and funny.
It was so funny. It was entertaining as fuck. I was like, oh my God, this is about to be another like meme worthy type moment. Because I saw it. And the minute she did it, I was like, oh God, here we go.
Yeah, no, and that's when DTB tries to run up on Natalie.
And then she starts chanting, line that shit up.
Yeah.
Line that shit up.
Yo, she was like serious though. It wasn't even like cute. She was like, line that shit up. Line that shit up. The crowd's like, line that shit up. Line that shit up. And then Saucy's like, line that shit up. Line that shit up. I'm like, yo.
Oh my God.
This shit is crazy. I'm like.
Oh my God.
And Natalie is just laughing at DTB crashing out.
Yeah.
DTB is crashing out. It's funny.
Yeah. And she's really eating it up. She's like, good.
Yeah.
Give me all your energy. Yeah, good.
She said she's not going to sleep for this one. She's going to be 4 months till she sleep or some shit like that.
Yeah. And I can't when DTB yells, man, because it don't sound like she yelling.
Yeah,
Tavy really was right. Tavy said it first. You sound like you got coming at them.
Yeah, she do. I can't unhear it.
You can't.
I can't
It's like,
unhear it. Yeah. Don't choke on that. Come now.
All right. Calm down. You're doing a
Yo.
lot.
Nat walks out. She's done. She walks out, is done. And now this is where Janisha, she looks over at the big three and she's like, did you get all your licks out?
Yep. They said no. They want more.
Dolly gets up.
Gets up. K-Reekin gets up. Dolly said whoever, whichever one. Fucking Dolly and K-Reekin fight.
They go at it.
Oh my God.
It seemed like a pretty even fight to me.
Listen, K-Reekin was in the beginning, she was throwing it in. She was.
I don't know. I feel like,
I guess compared to her other fights,
Right.
she was keeping up.
she didn't, like it was nothing drastic. Like it felt pretty even.
It wasn't nothing drastic.
And then Big Lex gets up to fight Fauna.
Yeah, Fauna held her own.
Bro.
She held her own.
Fauna?
She held her own.
Fucking shout out to motherfucking Fauna.
No, she really did that.
I watched that shit in slow motion.
Yeah.
That bitch held her head high.
Yeah.
Not once did she fucking put her shit down. She was swinging and held it.
Yep.
Man, I gotta give it to
and
Fauna.
she got a couple of face shots in there. She held her own, and you could tell, like, after they broke it up, Lex was like, okay, like you got your little ones or whatever. You could tell that was like on the back of her mind. But Then, of course, now Tavy decides to jump Lex.
Oh,
while
yeah,
this is
as
happening.
Fauna and her fighting.
Yes, Tavy decides to jump
That was
in.
kind of corny.
It was, and Lex was like, all right, so we jump in, all right. Then she was like, the jumping shit is getting crazy. The jumping shit, she just kept saying it over and over and over. And I was like, yo, I feel her. Tavy starts fighting Lex, and Tavy kind of holds her own. She held her own a little bit more than she did on the season.
No, she was knotted the fuck up. Tavy lost. Like, yeah, she only holding her own, meaning she didn't fall because she's tall as fuck. But I feel like, first of all, I'm a little disappointed in Tavy. I really did like her, but like her holding
you can
DTB.
still like her. You can still like her and call her out on the bullshit.
Yeah, no, but like I'm saying, she's disappointing me. Like, she's really disappointing me. Like, that shit is weird. Like, it's giving a lot of dick sucking energy. It's giving a pick me girl because like you're holding DTB for Natalie, okay, but then you want to jump Lex? That's mad random. Like, you know what I mean? You talk about, I guess she's getting her lick back for the birthday thing, I guess, but it's like still, like, you know, it's still, I'm a little disappointed. But anyways, as they're fighting, Saucy's like, okay, he mad.
He said, why you got your momentum? Why you got your momentum? You better get in there. I was like, yo, this nigga be going in,
instigating.
bro.
He was instigating.
Bro,
Then Dolly and Tavy
Yes,
fight. Yes.
I was like, he really be going mad hard. I can't.
He was entertaining the whole
so
show.
entertaining.
You can tell he really loves being in the mix.
He
Imagine though, like,
He
you watch the show
does.
and then he really watches the show.
No, I just need to see him in the field with DJ Academics because the moment he called out DJ Academics saying he want to see him in the field,
Yo.
I'm so mad we never got to see that. I wanted to see something like Saucy. Let me find out. Shit.
So yeah, so after the fight with Tavy and Lex, Tavy fucking gets hyped. She's in the crowd. The crowd's hyping her up.
They're hyping her up.
That's when Saucy instigates Tavy and Dolly.
Yeah.
Dolly ties her shoes. Then they get in the paint.
Yo, honestly, Dolly did her in the first couple of punches.
Yeah, I was gonna say
bro.
Dolly did good. I can't
Dolly
say she
did
lied.
her
She
in.
fucked up.
Those first punches, you heard that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
And then you
So-
see.
Baddie gladiators, yo. That's what this is. That's what this is. Like, we're in the Coliseum watching bitches fight like they gladiators.
No, the crowd was in the Coliseum. We
The
watching the
crowd-
reruns.
Yeah. The crowd was in the Coliseum.
So
fucking crazy, yo.
now, like, at this point, the crowd starts shouting at Lex because obviously Lex feels some type of way that Tavy was jumping, and the crowd was like, "No, you jump, you jump." To like they're really arguing with her.
Yeah,
It's crazy. And
It
then
really
Lex is
crazy.
like, "When did I jump? When did I jump?" Which, bitch, come on.
Yeah. And then they had to
Come
show
on.
it back when she jumped Tavy on her birthday.
Right. Like, bitch, come on.
And then this is where we get into the whole dialogue part now, where Lex is explaining her issue with Tavy and mentioning everything. And
Mhm.
Tavy's like, bitch, no, you're fake and da-da-da-da-da, all this stuff. And to be honest, this part, I really didn't care too much for it.
Yeah, and you actually, she calls out Anna first.
She does.
She's
she
like,
does.
Anna, you know, you talk a lot of shit online, but then
Mhm.
when it comes to squaring up, you don't want to fight. And I
Yep.
spared you last season.
Yes,
But you
yes.
know, and basically Anna's like, bitch, I'm not trying to fight you. Like, it's all good.
Yeah,
Like,
and even Anna's just like, yeah, I'm just not gonna talk shit no more.
yeah.
Yeah, she was so tired by that point.
Oh,
She was
dude,
like,
she
I
over
don't even
it.
want this no more. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Then she takes it over to Tavy.
Yes,
she
and then they're going back and forth, like you said. And
Yeah.
I'm the same way. The storyline is just over. Like,
Yeah,
y'all are
it's
not
done.
friends, and that's
right.
it.
Yeah.
And then it's funny though, because as the back and forth is happening, Summer chimes in.
She does.
And Tavy gets so mad. She said, bitch, shut up. I thought you're like white noise in the background. Shut up, yo.
Yes. Summer always chiming in and saying some dumb shit, yo.
You know, let's talk about Summer real quick.
Yeah, she was very quiet.
You noticed that?
Because she got her titties done.
But
That's
it's
what it
kind of
was.
crazy because it's like Lex got jumped by kind of got bum rushed or jumped by Tavy. None of the big three. went to go jump
They
in
were
for her.
her.
Dolly, nobody went in for Dolly. Like, you know what I'm
Summer
saying?
tried to jump in.
I just feel like the big three, you notice how like on the Baddies USA, it seems like the big three kind of like
Drift apart.
Yeah. I feel like it might have started at the reunion because for how hard they were going for each other the whole season,
Yeah.
during the reunion, it really wasn't that. And it's kind of
Yeah.
interesting. Like, no one got up to see Lex after Tavy jumped in to get her. Like, interesting.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, Dolly and Tavy, they fought. But yeah, you're right. They didn't really jump in for each other like that.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. That is interesting. But that's a good call out because I didn't even think about that or even notice that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, then, Lex goes on to talk about her issue with Scotty. And now,
That's right. So then Saucy asked Lex about her beef with Scotty.
Mhm.
All right. So now they're going back and forth because obviously Lex wants to talk about why she got beef with Scotty. And apparently it was because Anna and Scotty had obviously jumped Summer or bum rushed her.
tag
Teamed her.
Yeah.
I don't think they really, whatever. Still, I mean, you can say the same thing that happened to T, right? T, Hi, my name's T, like kind of like back to back
Yeah,
to back.
literally.
So, I mean, and that was fucked up. So,
it was.
either way, Scotty, had did that in Hawaii on the last season prior to that. So, obviously, Lex goes on to explain how she didn't like that and then she never got her real fair one. So that this season in the beginning, that's the reason why she jumped Scotty. Still don't think it's a valid reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
not.
Summer didn't go hard for you like that. Like to drag it to the next season.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little like I feel like Lex didn't have to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Big Lex, her reasons were not valid. They were not valid. As she's trying to explain reason number 1, reason number 2, reason number 3, like she even goes on to say, like, I felt like I also didn't really get you how I wanted to. Like, you weren't someone that I was able to touch like that. Like, let's be real. Like, so our fights, it just felt like she never really got that. So she basically, long story short, wanted to get that out. Then the wig situation, all of these things just like piled on top of each other. And then Scotty constantly inserting herself into other arguments. All of these things constantly piled on top of each other. But in the midst of her trying to get this out and trying to actually have dialogue, Scotty is not with it. She is talking over her,
interrupting
her, gaslighting her, asking her why she's yelling.
Bro, she lost me though when she said, "You want to attack a little old me?"
I'm like, girl, aren't you like 6'2"? Like, girl, you're a giant. Like, what do you mean little old you? Like, you're literally taller than Lex.
Even
like,
Lex was like, "Bitch, little old you." Like,
literally.
Right. Like, who are you?
Literally.
Really,
literally. Bitch? Yeah, like, she really thought that was cute.
Like, you're taller than Lemmy. What are you talking about, little old me? Yeah, listen, I'm a Scotty fan, but Jesus, you lost me there, sis. I can't defend you no more. That is ridiculous. Let me look it up to you. Talk about little old me.
Let me look it up to you.
Yo, for real.
Nah, that's outrageous.
What she said was outrageous.
Little old me.
Right. Like, all right. See, at first, like, everybody was like, when heard the ghetto comment, all right, you little, it could have been argued, is she out of touch? Shorty, you are not little old me. That's out of touch as fuck. That's out of touch as fuck.
Yeah, so now at this point, it just feels like, everything Scotty is saying, she's just interrupting her. She's just basically saying how she don't want to hear it. She doesn't care. She doesn't care to listen to what she has to say. And Big Lex is trying to say, well, I'm trying to actually have dialogue. This is the point of this part of the show, to have the dialogue, and you just keep talking over me. And she keeps saying, let me talk, let me talk.
She won't let
Scotty
her.
is like not letting her talk. And, it's weird because Big Lex, you weren't valid for when you started with Scotty. It really wasn't valid. But then things got stickier and stickier every time.
Got more personal.
It got more personal.
Yeah.
And now things are just very personal.
But it's crazy to see Scotty literally. And I mean, I guess a part of it could be, from being groomed by the elders that she hung out with, aka Natalie and Lemmy. But like, you see it now as she's older and she's in her CEO princess vibes. Like her saying, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't care what you have to say. And then right after says, you could have just said that the beef was squashed, and then says, well, you're yelling. But it's like, but Lex was trying to be calm, and you're still, it's very gaslighty, and it's very manipulative, and I didn't appreciate that about Scotty either. Like I said, like, I don't know, it's kind of fucked up. Like, I can see what the grooming has made her, you know, those are all tactics that literally we see Natalie do to her. Then that conversation when Natalie had attacked Scotty when she was drunk and hit her for no reason, when they sat down the day after to have that conversation, those same tactics is the same tactics that Natalie used on her. And even Lemmy, when Lemmy went online and gaslit Natalie about, oh, you know, your emotional outburst and you know, and thinks that talking proper and talking pretty is gonna make him, you know, less harmful to the public. It's still very manipulative and gaslighty. So you could just see a lot of how the repetitive, controlling, and toxic behaviors is being portrayed. And that's all I wanted to say about Scotty. It's that wasn't cool. It really wasn't.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, the whole thing that's going on between Natalie and Lemmy, I think this is something we need to touch on and we need to talk about. So Natalie, I guess, crashed out on the internet allegedly because Lemmy, Jayla, Scotty, you know, they went to Italy. She just started saying she was going to expose shit. She just started saying that she wasn't feeling safe anymore now that, you know, her favorite security guard that had her back passed away. And she just started saying that she didn't like that Lemmy's brother was talking shit about her, attacking her, threatening her, all this stuff. So she exposed all of that. So now Lemmy takes to his story and he's just like, basically just saying how like she's having an episode.
He had posted online and he said, I'm completely unbothered by anyone's IG live rants, emotional outburst, or impulsive story post. It's old, repetitive, predictable, and lacks both substance and credibility. I promise, it doesn't move me in the slightest. As I've said before, the buck stops with me, point blank, period. Let me say this. I woke up and saw several deeply troubling story posts from Nat, primarily concerning my brother-in-law. Her posts have since been removed and not at my request. I understand that she may be reacting to something he posted, either recently or in the past, and I have personally addressed the matter with him. That said, I do not, nor will I ever control the actions, opinions, and expressions of any individual, including members of my own family. To call me an animal abuser is completely false, and to call me a bitch and my family members bitches is beyond disrespectful. It crosses countless boundaries and moral lines. Moral lines? Now you care about moral lines? Sorry. I don't know if this behavior is stemming from substance abuse or some form of historic personality disorder. But either way, it's deeply hurtful and concerning. Nevertheless, I know many of you have seen these erratic, impulsive, and at times defamatory public outbursts about me and sometimes my loved ones, along with disrespectful commentary, inflammatory rhetoric, threats to expose or inflict harm upon me personally. Such behavior is not only disheartening, but profoundly disappointing, particularly coming from someone I've called a best friend and a valued business collaborator.
I just want to say this. We've heard countless stories. You can't sit there and tell me all these stories, they're all lies. We've heard countless stories, not only from Stunner Girl, from Christina, from BGC that was on Baddies ATL, the beginning, from Krishan, you know, from even Jayla. Barely, but then she retracted her statement all of a sudden. We've heard so much shit, okay? You can't tell me that all of this, and even Natalie, and even then when you bought her to the Louis Vuitton store, she retracted her shit, right? You can't tell me that these are all lies, one. But two, let's not forget that Natalie's the reason why you're a billionaire. And I feel like that is something that needs to be respected, because without Natalie, there would be no Baddies. So to go on there and kind of like threaten her position within the company after she really made you mad fucking money is extremely like a slap in the fucking face. He even went on the Breakfast Club himself, and Charlemagne asked him about Baddies, and he said after it premiered, he's close to a billionaire now. He said that. So it's like,
and that was years ago.
That was years. That was when it first came out. It wasn't even that big as it is now. So you can't even imagine how big it is now.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's disrespectful.
Super.
And I can't stand remember I've always said, and if you're an OG petty posse, you know that I've always said, like, at the end of the day, he's the real puppet master. He's the real evil person. He is really the one that people should be going to. But unfortunately, Nat is the face of it. So she gets the heat of a lot of it.
Yeah.
But in reality, he's the one. And one thing I can't stand is somebody who, because he's short, because he's skinny, because he speaks so proper, profound words with all these eloquent and all these pretty little words, that you think that you're not capable of being an asshole, that you're not capable of being Diddy Jr., that you're not capable of being manipulative. Fuck out of here. I see right through that soft-spoken ass fucking voice you have. I see right through all that. And just because you have Jayla coming online, talk about, oh, Jayla, they talk about this and that. Or Mariah Lynn, they say this and that. No, you bought them. You bought them, my guy. You constantly buying people. Like, that's it. That doesn't validate anybody and anything that they say, because at the end of the day, if you're smart, if you're a critical thinker and you think outside of all this social media marketing, what is it called when you're trying to control the narrative? Whatever. You're sus as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I don't trust you, man.
Yeah, for sure. So we definitely just went off on a tangent there, but bringing it back to our main event, which is the reunion, Scotty and Lex. Clearly, Scotty has picked up on some manipulation type tactics from her groomers, according to Jesse. So now, as Scotty and Lex are going back and forth, Tavy interrupts, and then they end up going back and forth, right?
Yeah, they go back and forth, and Lex is like, I hate a bitch that wants to, like, fight for another bitch but can never stand on her own. And then, like, Tommy interrupts. It's so funny to listen to Tommy always talk. Tommy's like, Lex, is there a way they can coexist? And Lex is like, we're already coexisting. And then Scotty's like, this is where she does all that shit where she's like, yo, you're yelling and all that shit.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, and then they go, whatever. They keep going back and forth. And obviously at this point, everyone's fucking tired. And Janisha's like, okay, we're going to wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Summer gives her her final thoughts.
Summer had me weak. She said, wrapped it. I don't give a fuck about none of you bitches. Like, she really did not care.
She didn't care at all.
I loved it. I don't care. I loved her outro. I loved her and Pretty P's outro. The best outro, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Pretty P talks about how, she was grieving her pop
and still came back.
Was in hospice. And I really wanted to and I'm glad that Janisha actually took a moment as well.
Yeah.
Because I want to take a moment as well to talk about, like, just having the strength, like how much mental strength you have to not only like leave while your loved one is in hospice to film this, go back and deal with grieving the death of that, and then to come back and still show up. To me, it's like,
and it's such a stressful environment.
That's what I'm saying. It's a draining environment. Yeah. So like, I listen. As much as y'all say Pretty P didn't do this and that, I don't give a fuck. Pretty P really stands on business. And even in her grieving, she still showed up. She still fought. And you wouldn't like even know. Yeah. Unless she said it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the only reason we know. Because she really like, She did that. She did that. Like, you can see the difference. And I'm not trying to compare because everybody grieves differently. But like when Biggie came up and, her grievance was different. And that's not to blame her, but what I'm saying is, look how they handled it very differently. Like, Pretty P, you couldn't even tell. And that's not to say anything. Like, all I'm just saying is you gotta give props where props are due. And like, Pretty P's a strong bitch, man.
Yeah, she definitely is, because that was the difference in strength, really. Yeah. But I really enjoyed her outro because I was like, yeah, I felt that. But you know, all the girls do their outro, and it's so funny because at some point when Fauna, Cold Killer, K-Rican, as it goes down the line, Summer's like, they say the same thing. I started cracking up because I was like, no, for real, they really did though. Like, it was literally, thank you, Natalie, thank you, Zeus. Like, back to back. I was like,
they
Summer,
were all
you got a
saying
point.
that.
They were all saying that. I was like, damn, y'all kind of right. And I was like, yes, say that. But like, I don't know, like lead with something else maybe. Because it was just starting to sound too redundant to me where I was like, okay, Summer, you have a point.
Yeah.
These bitches is the same.
It's
like,
funny because as like Summer's like pissing people off,
she
Anna's
leaves,
like,
right?
yeah, and Anna's like, Summer, your pussy still smells like fish, bitch.
That shit had me weak.
Wrong with her.
Yo, these girls started arguing mid-final thoughts. K-Rican, Fauna, Elsie.
That's what it was. Because first of all, Dolly was saying, I know all the fans hate me, but y'all all fake. Y'all all the same. Y'all all lame. The crowd's booing her like, boo, you know, fuck Dolly, whatever. It's crazy because she actually ends up getting bullied off of Baddies USA, which is pretty crazy.
What do you mean?
She's not at Chicago. She quit.
Why?
She said the fans got what they wanted.
No, she really gave up?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. I'm actually disappointed.
That's what I said. I was like, damn.
I thought you were gonna like defeat the haters. Like, I thought you were really gonna live in your villain moment. Mm-hmm. Damn.
That's why I said whenever we saw her, I was like, it takes a lot of mental strength to really perform.
We were dead ass giving her props. Like, she really was up there doing her thing with the whole crowd saying fuck Dolly. And now she just left. Like, what the fuck is that about?
Lemmy had posted a video of them saying fuck Dolly in Milan. And it was kind of after that, she's like, I'm not showing up to Chicago. Y'all got what you wanted. I'm out.
No way.
Yeah, you didn't see that? Yeah.
She gave up way too fast.
Yep. So, Dolly, in this,
I thought she said the check still clear. What happened?
I don't know, man. I really don't know. It sucks.
Dolly?
Yeah.
What?
Uh-huh.
I'm actually really disappointed in her.
So, yeah. So, Dolly's like, fuck y'all, and she don't care. And then, you know, that's when Lex is like, I'll run it with all you bitches again. And then Elsie was like, it's so random. She calls out K-Rican on her final thoughts. And she's like, yeah, K-Rican, you know, you was talking shit about Tavy in the confessionals, but when it came to run it up with her, you ain't do shit. And yo, K-Rican's like, Elsa. She had me
she
crying.
just got up and just started chopping like the mouth. Like, yo, I don't even know most of what she said.
I didn't know what she said because I was too distracted by this screenshot of her booty.
Bro, first of all, I hate her outfit. That was the only thing I was thinking when she got up and she was just chopping off at the mouth. I'm like looking at this. It looked like weird. I don't know why. It's just not. It looked like you a grown baby. Like, it's just weird.
Like
it's
a pamper?
weird. Yes.
She
like,
wearing
it's
a
weird.
pamper?
Like, just add a pacifier, bitch. The outfit is complete. Like, it was just giving that.
Nah, because then they started comparing booties at some point. Like, mine is real and this is real. Yes. And what's she doing? I'm looking at this like...
Yeah, I'm like, Elsie's booty's definitely better. But, you know, we're not going to body shit.
But look at the way the underwear is eating up the booty, eating up the underwear like that. Not cute. And it's a diaper underwear, so it looks funny.
Yeah, it gives that. I'm telling you. Her fit was really irritating me. Not gonna lie to you. Then fucking Cold Killer start arguing with the other girls. And no, it was Fauna. Fauna arguing. And, you know, I feel like I didn't really care that much about anyone's closing thoughts,
DTB, she seemed over it. She was very over it. Yeah, and then this is where Scotty says, you know, she's saying her little outro, and then she ends it with, I'm a cunt ass bitch. Ain't no bitch ever gonna shut me up. And as she says that,
and looks at Big Lex. And I'm like, oh, brother.
Yeah, antagonizing the shit out of Big Lex. And Lex calls it out.
She
and
does.
she's like, as she looks at me and says that.
Literally, and I felt that. I felt like the way it came out of her mouth, I felt that.
Yeah.
And she says that while looking at me.
Yeah.
And you want me to sit here and be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You see what she's doing, right? So now if next season come and I pop my shit,
Mm-hmm.
don't say nothing. Because it's giving you want me to just be quiet while you pop your shit. And that's not how baddies work. Okay? If you a baddie, I'm going to pop my shit, you going to pop your shit, and you got to stand in the paint when it's time to pop the shit instead of you popping in and you don't want to do nothing. This is not how this, it's frustrating.
Yeah, no,
It's
I hear you.
frustrating.
Yeah, I agree. That was, again, Scotty.
But that's how I see how it just adds and adds and adds and adds because it was never that deep.
It was never
never that deep. But now you have all these different layers that's adding and adding and adding to it that's making it deeper and that's making it even more personal. It's like, girl, can we just
line that shit up. Line that shit up.
I was gonna say be cordial, but yeah, that too.
Line that shit up, bitch. So then Rolly says her outro. She's over it. She's tired. I don't
Very
even know
much
what
so,
she
yeah.
says. Tommy says her outro. And bro, when Tommy talks, I don't even know what she be saying, bro. She just sound funny. I swear. She talking. She talking about how I'm older than y'all, so if I get paid to be here, if you respect me enough, I'm gonna, give you advice and tell you, because, some people don't got guidance. And I'm like, what?
I didn't even hear her outro, girl. I was like on my phone after that. I was like, bitch, I do not care about these closing thoughts. Like,
Then she's like, and my daughter graduated. She in the audience tonight. Everybody's clapping. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But it was so funny because as this is happening, Tavy, she's like, I need to ask you something, Tommy. How does someone run into those bullets? Like, do you really think, Rolly ran into those bullets, bro?
that was the only thing I heard. I did not
Tommy
hear
was
Tommy's
like-
closing thoughts. Tavy ruined her moment.
Tommy was tight. She said, run it back. Go look. Did I go up to Rolly? The crowd's like nervous. They're like, no, but you can tell they know that she lying. She's like, did I point the gun at her? They're like, exactly. Like, what do you mean? Yo, this bitch is really lying. Like, everybody knows. The whole crowd knows she's lying. Everybody knows. We all know. Even Rolly knows she's lying. Like, what?
Oh my gosh.
She's sticking with it.
Oh my gosh.
She really stick with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and then what happened after that? Because to me, it's a wrap in my head. It's a fucking wrap.
So then, and then Saucy, Janisha asked Saucy any final thoughts. Saucy said he gives props to the pretty three, that he earned a new respect for them. And then Janisha, I really did love Janisha's outro. She is such a girl's girl, and you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
She talks about how, she is glad that the girls got to experience Africa, but also she's like, happy to see them venture out to their own things outside of the brand like the baddies, you know what I mean? Like online doing their own thing. And she encourages them to keep doing that because that's the point, to be boss babes. And that's what she ends it. That's how she ends it. Everybody leaves, and that is the end of the reunion.
Yeah. Nice. And it's a wrap. Everybody's gone, and it's just great. It's great.
What'd you think about the reunion?
I mean, I thought the reunion was solid. I'm
You
not
do?
gonna lie. Yeah, why? You didn't like it?
We've had better reunions.
We definitely have had better reunions. Like, I feel like my energy was like hype, but not as hype.
Yeah, no.
Past reunions, I was fucking stupid. Like, out of this world. Like, energy through the roof. Like, I think the best reunion so far really is still E.T. and TC. What is that? Baddies East.
Baddies East.
Baddies East reunion. And I called it. I said it's going to be the best reunion. And it was. Like, it was everything it needed to be. Like,
No, for real. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Which one is your favorite reunion? What did you guys think about this reunion? You know, did it give? I feel like it gave for like a split second and then it didn't. Like it kind of got dry. You could tell these girls are over it. They don't want to fight.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what makes a reunion, right?
But also just like the beefs really were not beefs. Like I feel like there was really no beef. Like it wasn't that deep, you know? In prior reunions, there was actual reasons. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like, what do you think? You think Baddies USA is gonna be great? You think it's gonna be like,
I feel like it's gonna be the downfall of Baddies. You see how many girls are in and out?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, me neither.
Like if they kept it the way it was, maybe.
Oh, it would have been amazing.
Yes, the whole time, maybe. But now it's looking like only the first 3 episodes are gonna be solid.
Yeah.
And then the rest are gonna be like,
yeah.
And it's gonna fluctuate.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like the constant different girls, it's gonna be hard to keep a storyline.
It is.
And then like you have that one episode with the BGC girls, which is gonna be great, but like there's no consistency to it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested. Like I feel like, you know, I don't know, with everybody falling out the way they've been falling out, it's just, it feels very, I don't know. I feel like this season, Lemmy flying out to Milan during filming, Natalie not being there. It just feels like either one, it's too big to even control, or two, it's like, I don't know, it's so dark that we're gonna see something bad. I don't know, guys. You guys let me know. What about you? What do you think?
I think the same thing, honestly. I don't know. I'm torn because I feel like if they kept the same cast that they had, this could have probably went down as the craziest season, right? Probably crazier than West. But seeing the girls come in and out and it be so flip-floppy, that's where I'm kind of like, you're kind of losing me here. Mm-hmm. It's not giving. So I agree with you. I don't know how they're going to craft storylines. I feel like Zeus doesn't really craft storylines. It's given they just have people on the show that have beef with each other, but there's no crafted storyline. And when they try, it's sloppy.
And even Anna Mac went online recently and was like, she posted something like, I'm leaving in 15 days. I don't give a fuck. So it's like, it goes back.
Like nobody cares.
Nobody wants to be there no more, because at the end of the day, it almost feels like, and this is what the people are saying. Mm-hmm. People are saying that it feels like Lemmy just wants you to fight and is expecting you to fight, and the girls don't just want to fight, and so like they're tired.
But that's what I'm saying. When you have when your producers are really sloppy and trying to actually orchestrate something, it kind of shows. Like it just feels like there's no execution of setting anything up. There's none of that. But yeah, I don't really know. It's getting really messy. It's getting very sloppy. And I just feel like with Natalie, I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. She's losing her shit. And I feel like it's so easy to just be like, yeah, fuck Natalie, we don't care, because no one cares about the villain. I get that. But I feel like it's getting more and more evident now that there's a reason why she's crashing out. This is not her first crash out. Mm-hmm. We normally don't see the bitch crash out this consecutively. Like, this is outrageous. Like, clearly there is a problem and you guys are just ignoring it because she's Natalie, and like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let us know in the comments below. Let us know about everything we said tonight. If we missed something, let us know. Let us also know where you guys are from. Mm-hmm. Love to see that. Yeah, any final thoughts?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Definitely comment your thoughts. Comment if you agreed, if you disagree. You know, we like to read the comments, see what people are saying. What did you guys think of this reunion? What do you guys expect to see for Baddies USA? Do you think it's going to be one for the books, or do you think it's going to be a disaster? Comment your thoughts. And yeah, with that being said, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's JESSI.strange. And where can they find you, Tiana?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Rentamania1. You guys can find us on Instagram at The Petty Headquarters. You guys can find us on all podcast platforms and YouTube at The Petty Headquarters. We release episodes weekly, y'all. So with that being said, this was your weekly dose of mess.